The beauty of college football is that anything can happen any season. We see teams and players come out of nowhere and shock us all. Another beauty is making a bold prediction that comes true, or making a bold prediction that ends up being completely wrong. This is part 3 of reading hot takes from comments on my YouTube videos. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are that you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. I'm posting college football videos every day leading up to the start of the season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, make sure to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. If you have a scorching hot take and bold prediction for the 2023 college football season, leave a comment below and it could be featured in my next video. We'll start out with the hottest take in this video, saying that college kickers aren't that bad. I don't even know if I can really give an answer to this one. I'll let you guys discuss that in the comments down below. Will Shipley has a breakout junior season comprising of 3,500 all-purpose yards and 50 touchdowns. He also wins the Heisman Trophy and is a first-round pick, being the first running back taken in the draft. Now, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if 2 of these things happen, but I'm just going to pump the brakes and just guess Will Shipley isn't going to have 3,500 yards and 50 total touchdowns, but if he does, we are looking at the greatest season by a player in college football history. Tulane goes 13-0, beating Ole Miss at home and having an easy schedule, making a New Year's Six Bowl and ending their season ranked at 6 or 5. Yeah, when taking a look at Tulane's schedule, with the exception of that Ole Miss game, this looks like a pretty winnable schedule for Tulane. I mean, outside of Ole Miss, who they do play at home, the toughest game for Tulane is probably going to be on the road at Memphis, maybe on the road at Florida Atlantic, or I guess to close the season, they do play UTSA, but that game is at home. So if Tulane is able to knock off Ole Miss to start the season, I could see a realm where they finish the season undefeated and maybe they are fighting for a potential playoff spot at the end of the season. Missouri finally finds their rhythm and puts their talent to work, starting out 5-0 and really setting the tempo with a hard-fought, tough LSU upset at home, winning out, only losing a closer game than expected to Georgia at Sanford, finishing 11-1, 10-2 with a Tennessee home loss, ending it with a New Year's Six Bowl berth. I've seen a lot of comments from people over these videos really hyping up this Missouri team for 2023. Now, are they going to be competing for the SEC title? I'm not exactly certain, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is their best season in recent memory. Knowing he's the face of the team in the final year of eligibility, UTSA quarterback Frank Harris will be given the keys to cook the offense and will have over 5,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards, and is a Heisman finalist and leads the Roadrunners to winning their first ever bowl game in the program's history in a New Year's Six. They're currently 0-4 in bowl games all time. Yeah, when looking at UTSA's history, they are officially 0-4 in bowl games, and they've actually lost a bowl game in 3 consecutive seasons, despite winning 23 games the last 2 years. Now, it's asking a lot out of Frank Harris, but I definitely think both of these numbers are possibilities. This past season for UTSA, he did throw for over 4,000 yards, and he did add over 600 yards on the ground, so he will have to add quite a bit on both sides, but if they truly do give him the keys and let him cook, I definitely think Frank Harris can put up these really solid numbers. The Jacksonville State Gamecocks, in their first year in the FBS, upset South Carolina on a Hail Mary reminiscent of their win over Florida State in 2021. Yeah, Jacksonville State is another one of these teams that is making the jump to the FBS level, and this game from a couple years ago, I have no idea why this game was on my TV when it happened. Maybe I just happened to be flipping channels at the very right moment, but I watched this play happen live and couldn't believe it. So this is a great hot take, because not only are you saying they upset South Carolina, you're saying they do it on an insane Hail Mary to end the game. These are the kind of bold predictions that I absolutely love. Jim Mora's UConn Huskies will have a Cinderella season and have a legitimate shot at making a New Year's Six bowl game or a possible playoff appearance. There was a UConn hot take a couple videos ago, I forget what exactly it was, but I definitely know for a fact it wasn't this scorching hot. I know that UConn was pretty good last season by their standards, but maybe we need to pump the brakes just a little bit on the Huskies. Under new head coach Brent Hay and quarterback Haynes King, Georgia Tech goes 8-4 with the 4 losses being Ole Miss, Miami, Clemson, and Georgia. They win their bowl game to finish the season 9-4 and end the season as a top 20 team. Yeah, although Georgia Tech finished the season 5-7 last year, they actually were a much better team in the second half. I mean, they had 2 wins over top 25 teams, and after starting the season 1-3, they finished by going 4-4. So I definitely think Georgia Tech is going to be a lot better than last year, and I think they definitely can be a bowl eligible team. Now, them finishing top 20, that's going to take quite a lot. The last time they finished top 20 in an AP poll was all the way back in 2014, when they actually finished the season ranked number 8 in the final poll. Harold Perkins leads LSU to have the number 1 defense in the country and becomes a Heisman finalist, but is beaten by Caleb Williams, with both USC and LSU going undefeated, making it to the national championship. LSU as the number 2 seed then defeats number 1 seed USC in the national championship game. I definitely like the national championship prediction, but Harold Perkins has a chance to be the best defensive player in all of college football. I mean, looking up his numbers from last season, he had 72 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, an interception, 2 pass breakups, and 4 forced fumbles. So if he has the season that we expect him to have and post better numbers than he did last year, I definitely think he's going to be getting Heisman votes and easily could be a Heisman finalist. Houston finishes with 4 wins, with one of the wins coming against the Big 12 runner-up in Texas. Dana is finally shown the door. Yeah, although Houston won 8 games last year and ended the season winning a bowl game, I guess they just haven't really met expectations with Dana Holgorsen as their head coach. I mean, in 2021, they did win 12 games, but they did drop to 8 wins this past year. So yeah, if Houston somehow wins only 4 games this upcoming year, which does seem a little hard to believe, but stranger things have happened, that actually might be the final straw for Dana Holgorsen at Houston. Oregon State breaks the top 10 for the first time since Jonathan Smith was their quarterback, going 11-1 with their only loss to UC Davis. So I love the Oregon State hot take, I love the history lesson, but the fact that the only loss of their entire season, when they're facing off against some really good Pac-12 teams, their only loss comes to UC Davis. Absolute madness, and I love it. Texas plays Alabama twice this year, once being in Tuscaloosa and the other being in the college football playoff. So I'm guessing if this happens, I don't even know. I mean, who has to win this game in Tuscaloosa for this to be a higher chance? Does it have to be Texas winning the game in Alabama for there to be a better chance of this happening? I'm not exactly certain, but that's a very creative one, and I really like it. Maybe both teams are going to meet up for a rematch in the playoff or maybe even the championship game. Well, that wraps it up for part 3 of these bowl predictions and hot takes. If you have a scorching hot take and bowl prediction for the 2023 college football season, leave a comment below and it could be featured in my next video. Before you leave, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. I'm posting college football videos every day leading up to the start of the season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.